I have no memory of the week. The last thing I remember is hanging a piñata up on last Saturday, at Maryville's. I remember feeling extremely thirsty, and I remember telling Brandy my legs felt weak underneath me. After that, I have no memory of driving. They said I continued to feed. I drove home. I woke up Tuesday. I went to sleep Saturday night. I woke up Tuesday in my house, scared, bruising all of my arms as if somebody had grabbed me. My memory is completely erased. I still can't remember.
And social media star and nonprofit founder Shirley Raines has died.
Hey, my love, how you doing, King?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you, baby.
Thank you.
Known to millions on TikTok simply as Miss Shirley, Raines helped to feed and care for homeless people on Skid Row in Los Angeles and elsewhere in California and Nevada. She began the work in 2017 following the death of one of her 6 children.
Did y'all hear about the Shirley Raines case? Because the information they're giving us about this sudden death of Shirley does not make any sense. After it was announced that Shirley had passed away at the age of 58, the internet has been going over her videos with a fine-toothed tooth comb because people saw her literally the day before looking like the picture of perfect health. And now all of a sudden she just died. And what they found was a woman who was scared that someone was coming after her. But what was Shirley afraid of exactly? So it's one of those times where your heart tugs a little tighter because Shirley Raines is just gone like that. Like what? Shirley had experienced homelessness while she and her husband were struggling to provide to take care of their son. And when things got really bad, she eventually had to send him over to live with his grandmother, thinking that it would allow her some time to get on her feet. But Grandma left some drugs lying around Grandma round, and her son took it. And around them. That struck hard. She started having panic attacks, attacks anxiety, and there was a lot of guilt about the whole situation since she kept wondering if her son would still be here had they had a stable home and family in the first place.
It was very hard. The woman who had given me so much in life was also the cause of my greatest loss. And how do you rationalize that as a 20-year-old? I fell apart. I was very self-sabotaging. I couldn't keep anything together. The world looked at me and thought probably the same thing they think about the homeless when they passed by. Nobody really knew what I've been through, what I was going through. After my son died, I had no control over a lot of things, but I can control how long my eyelashes were. I can control the color of my hair. My sister kept on saying, you have to find a purpose for this pain, Shirley.
But what's really special about Miss Shirley is the fact that she was able to channel that pain and trauma into something new and beneficial to others around her. She started her nonprofit organization, Beauty to the Streets organization, Streets, in 2017, and she really made it her mission to shed hope and light to streets, on those who were stuck in difficult situations dealing with homelessness. Once you see people lining up around the corner in Los Angeles, on Skid Row, or other homeless communities around Nevada and California, just know that Shirley was out there working her magic. She was always giving out food and hygiene supplies, BN supplies and Dottie treatments, and her voice was for those in the community. She even won CNN's Hero of the Year award in 2021. And if there was ever anyone who made an impact everywhere she went, it was definitely Shirley. So hearing that Shirley of all people had passed away so suddenly left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. Her team released a statement saying, "We are overwhelmed with the outpouring of love, prayers, and comfort we have received for our beloved CEO, Miss Shirley Raines. Your support has meant more to us than words can express during this incredibly difficult time. We will continue to keep the public updated as arrangements are made by the family. Please continue to keep Miss Shirley's family, our team, and all of the individuals who came to depend. They supplies and depend on her. Ed prayers, y'all."
Not kill my baby. I don't wish this on nobody.
Shirley absolutely got her flowers while she was alive. So to see people celebrating her legacy was just a cherry on top.
Shirley Raines, founder of Beauty to the Streets. Incredible woman, passed away.
What I can do is feed them and do their hair and give them some love and do their makeup.
She would always say messages of love, and she never, forever asked for anything.
Still, Shirley's passing was definitely a case of gone too soon. People started talking about how they had seen her passing out hot dogs and snacks just 2 days before the news of her passing broke. I mean, she was jovial, had good energy, and everything seemed to be fine. According to official reports though, she was found unresponsive in her home after the police came to conduct a welfare check. All they found with her in the bedroom was a finished plate of food and a single white pill of some sort by her pillow. There were no visible cuts or signs of struggle to point to anything external as the cause. Now, Shirley had talked about how she took Prozac, a common antidepressant depend on her. Antidepressant for her panic disorder, every day, but the autopsy report isn't clear on if she was taking the medication at the time of her death. Also, if this was the same antidepressant she had been taking for over 6 years now, how did it suddenly have a negative effect on her after all of this time? Another thing that just doesn't feel right about the situation is that there are a few videos Shirley posted before she passed. Now, most of the videos and pictures on her page are about her work, and you'd rarely hear her talking about her personal life. Still, folks noticed that around September 28, 2025, Shirley posted a video that she was in the hospital. She spent 13 hours in the hospital running all kinds of tests only for doctors to tell her that somehow she had been drugged. She doesn't do nose candy or anything like that. So, hearing that a substance made it into her system completely spooked her.
13 hours in Long Beach Memorial Medical Center. As you can see, most of my face piercings have been cut out. After seeing 2 doctors, 2 nurses, CAT scan, metabolic panel, EKG, all the testing and questions, they can only deduce that somehow I was drugged. What was it? We'll never know. The body absorbs it quickly, they said. By the time I woke up, it was no longer detectable. They said even if I saved my vomit, like I said I should have, they said it wouldn't have been detected in that and have to come from your blood.
According to the doctors, her body absorbed the substance antidepressant quickly, and by the time she woke up from it, it was nearly undetectable. She talked about how she was struggling with memory loss, and she had no idea what happened to her. For me, it's just the unanswered questions. Who, what, when, where, why? But I praise God for His protection. I'm grateful that I was able to vomit and get that all out of there. And girl, when she mentioned this the first time, folks were talking about how it was possible that she could have come in contact with fentanyl, as she works with homeless people all the time. There was also a lot of talk on how her consistent contact with them caused her body to absorb the substance through her skin, and maybe that's how she got it. But from the symptoms that Shirley was complaining about, she had to have eaten it or smoked it or inhaled it in an excessive amount in order for it to affect her like that. And this wasn't a one-off thing. Not too long before she passed, Shirley posted another video, and this time it was much worse. She passed out and woke up with no memory of a whole week. All she remembered was that she felt extremely thirsty and her legs were weak to the point that she was having difficulty standing. Now, Shirley went back home on Saturday night, but by the time she woke up, it was Tuesday morning. There were bruises on her arms, like someone had grabbed her. And when she went to the hospital, it was too late for doctors to find out what was in her system. She had no clue what was going on. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't remember anything or anyone being with her. I have no memory of the week. The last thing I remember is anging the piñata up on last Saturday at Marivevel's. I remember feeling extremely thirsty, and I remember telling Brandy my legs felt weak underneath me. After that, I have no memory of driving. I'm thirsty, they said. I continued to feed. I drove home. I woke up Tuesday. I went to sleep Saturday night. I woke up Tuesday in my house scared, wincing all on my arms as if somebody had grabbed me. My memory is completely erased. I still can't remember. And it's crazy to know that up until she passed, Shirley never knew what made her pass out like that or what contributed to her having memory loss. Now, sources are saying that all of this may have been intentional and calculated to take Shirley out of the picture. Her popularity wasn't slowing down, and she was gaining a lot of traction. No one expected her to blow up like that. And do so much in such a short amount of time. She called a lot of attention to issues that maybe the higher-ups wanted to sweep under the rug and ignore, and the only option was to take her out of the picture permanently. We've seen this stuff happen before through Black anything. Black people actively trying to help their community. They get a lot of traction and praise from the good deeds they do, and then they mysteriously end up missing or dead. This should be extremely alarming and terrifying to people. Terrifying to people. I can't stop thinking about Miss Shirley Raines today. How, because of immense loss and struggles in life, she saw the humanity in others and followed an undeniable call to do immeasurable good for folks experiencing immeasurable hardship. God bless her. Yes, God bless you, Shirley Raines. Thank you for all the work you did. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you're familiar with Miss Shirley and her impact. And while you're there, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.